totally the exact same day as when we filmed episode 1. Also, Brandon, we did that such in sync. I'm really proud of us for that.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to pull that because that's cute.
It's never happened until now.
Anyway, welcome to the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. You can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay. Think go. We're establishing, hi, I'm drinking water. I always am. I always will be. Because the bitch is chronically dehydrated. However, we are also drinking tart cherry kombucha today. It is my favorite flavor. It is very divisive amongst my friend group, IRL, but it's my absolute favorite.
Define divisive with kombucha.
Oh, every single person I know IRL that has tried this kombucha thinks it is the nastiest thing that exists. And I love tart cherry anyway, and I really enjoy kombucha. So I have a what is it? Penchant for like sour taste. Like I really like sour. So
nice. Okay.
tart cherry with the kombucha. It all works.
Yes, work. All right. I am Brandon, your professional fangirl of drag concerts and video games. As always, for me, drinking water because hydration is important.
Yes. Hello, everybody. It's your girl Lana, your resident diva, here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Yeah, I was about to read my tagline and give out my Twitter name. I don't know why I decided to read my name, but whatever.
You could if you really want to, honey.
I could. I don't really want to do that. You see it. You know what it is. You know how to follow me if you want to. It's a day. I'm tired, but it's okay. So it's all right. I'm not drinking water, which I probably should be, but I need caffeine in my life, and so I'm going back to trusty strawberry Sunkist because sis needs some caffeine at this moment, or I am not going to make it the rest of the night. So.
Right. Hello.
I was going to bring it up after, so don't worry, Lana. I got you.
Didn't mean to cut you off because if I was drinking anything else besides my strawberry Sunkist, I would be drinking it in my cup mug because, you should always get your cup mugs and have it handy with you regardless if you drink it out of it or not because you never know when you're going to need the tea spilled and you can get this cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Pick up one. All the cookies have one. Now, Mr. Talented.
Yes, thank you, Lana. Hello, guys. It is me. It is I, Mr. Talented, your favorite guy. And today, of course, we're drinking water sponsored by Mistress Couture Kool-Aid, Baby Doll, Fox, Incorporation Limited, because hydration is very, very important.
Clear skin. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to clear mine up. I've had this pimple on the side of my eyebrow for like a week. And I had it for DragCon and I was so thoroughly upset and I thought about popping it and I didn't. And maybe I should have. Anyway, we are back. We have somewhat recovered from the 3-hour recording that we did for episode 1. That was supposed to be both episode 1 and episode 2. However, we are some talkative bitches. So we are diving into episode 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 8. We are in the middle of the Fame Games. It is RDR Live. I'm excited to talk about this episode because I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, I agree.
I'm waiting for the writing on acting challenges to get good. However, I thought it was just a little bit better this time.
This time, yes.
Marginally.
Mm-hmm.
Marginally. So we come back into the workroom. Montica Beverly Hillz is gone.
I'm still sad.
I'm still sad. But yeah, everyone is sad, but it was the correct choice. Unfortunately, it was. We find out that Kahanna had also pulled Monica's lipstick. And we get the group vote, which ended up being 7-4 in favor of eliminating Monica, which was it's a little bit closer than we've seen. I don't think we've ever seen an episode 1 All-Stars vote that wasn't unanimous.
Unanimous, as in, like, of course, the person who didn't vote against them.
Well, obviously, yeah. I don't remember it, but I could be wrong. Who knows? I don't remember those kinds of things. But
Same.
so we get the vote, and Darienne is immediately like, "Oh, that's a couple more votes than I had anticipated." And then we see the girls that voted to keep Monica actually kind of say something. So obviously Monica voted out Darienne. And then we also saw that Jaymes, Kandy, and Lala all did. For various reasons. They justified their opinions. I think Jaymes was like, Monica's story really hit me, and Kandy and Lala said things that were very, very similar to that. Which, I mean, I get in the moment. Like, I'm gonna be honest, if I'm hearing Monica's story and I'm hearing Darienne's story, like, I don't know if I would have voted Monica to go, honestly. So I don't know. I mean, I tend to go off of emotions a little bit more than maybe I should, but yeah, so yeah. And then
I talked about it last episode. Like, I would have voted for Darienne to go home because I was like that affected by Monica's story. Because, like, again, if drag is all what Monica does, like, it really feels like this is like the only thing that she can like lean toward. So I was like, and I kind of felt that. So
yeah. Lana, what about you? Who would you have voted for?
I would have voted for probably Darienne to go, but no, change that. I probably would have voted for Monica to go because I felt like she was the one who did the worst in the, like, across the board. It was like she had one great look, one bad look, one great look. I mean, one good look, not even great look, one good look, one bad look. She was very nervous in the challenge, and it was obvious that she wasn't very comfortable in the challenge. So I probably would have sent Monica home because I just didn't feel like she was comfortable and ready to be there.
Yeah. 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 But we go back into the workroom the next day. Things are happening. RuPaul walks in, being RuPaul, doing RuPaul things. No mini challenge, because who needs it, apparently, on All Stars? Who needs it?
Who needs it?
And we find out that the maxi challenge for the week is that they will be performing in a sketch comedy performance of RDR live, obviously very, very inspired by Saturday Night Live. Now, this is the kind of challenge that I've been waiting to see for a very long time. So I was thrilled to see that we're doing some sketch comedy. Not really something we've seen on the show. I can't think of any examples, really.
Unless, like, very like offset of like the live comedy challenges. But of course, this is with a script, obviously. So, but again, one take. So,
and it is one take, and that definitely does impact how things go. Lana, how would you have done in a challenge like this?
I think I would have been pretty well because I like to think I'm a pretty good actress.
You're a funny bitch.
I would like to think I have some comedy chops.
Absolutely.
So I think I feel like the part that Lala Ri and Hiding Closet I would have been able to do that because I'm like, okay, I can pull off a joke and get my expressions and whatever. Also, I feel like the cat role, I would have been able to do that because she's
Pussy Jones.
Right?
Pussy Jones, yes.
You just have to be the feline that you are.
Right.
And I would have been able to pull off all the cat pussy jokes that I feel like, I think I would have been okay. I wouldn't have been at the bottom, I'll tell you that. I wouldn't have been at the bottom.
Yeah, no. This is the challenge, honestly, that I think I would do the best in. Like, I grew up on sitcoms and like sketch comedy. Like that's where a lot of my comedy and comedic timing comes from. So like for me, this is the challenge where I'm like, okay, I can take my natural funniness and kind of just adapt it to whatever this role is that I get. I think I agree with you. I think the news anchor would have been an interesting role. I would have liked maybe to do Kandy's monologue part opening the show, honestly.
Ooh, okay.
Like, I think, or honestly, Kasha's part breaking up the monologue and kind of being that like counter, the foil to the role that Kandy had. I think that could have been interesting. Mr. Talented, what about you? What do you think you would have done in this challenge?
Yeah, I definitely would have loved to do the monologue role. I feel like, that sets the tone for what is left to come. Um, I also feel like that's the one where you can freestyle the most. You don't have to act in a specific way. Like with the Pussy Jones, you have to act like an animal. A news anchor, you have to be more professional. I feel like this where you can freestyle basically however you want. So I would have loved to do that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Brandon,
for me, like it would have been one of the actual sketches because like I like a structure. Like
Sure.
either it was like it was Darienne and Alexis's sketch, which I found really funny.
That it was really, really funny.
Yeah, good.
And then I don't know which role I would have done for the cold open.
The cold open? We'll talk about it. The cold open was weird, and I get that that's an SNL thing, but I don't know.
I mean, I like the cold open. I thought it was a good concept for a cold opening for it being a
No, if I did like the reference on what they were doing.
Right.
We'll talk about it. That was the part I think for me that was the best written.
Yes.
But yeah, so the girls are dividing up the roles. There's no real big conflict other than Heidi and Naysha both kind of going for this same role. They both want to be a news anchor. I honestly expected a little bit more like fighting over it because Naysha kind of immediately is like, okay, I'll do the doctor. And I'm like, girl, if you know, especially for someone like Naysha, who, no shade, is not great with comedy. Like, she just isn't. Like, that's not her bread and butter. That's not what she attributes herself to being as a queen. If I know comedy is not my strong suit and I see a role that I really think I would do well in, and that is something more structured, like you were saying, Brandon, I would go for that immediately. Like, I would hone in on it, and I would literally pull like a metal gate from season 15 and be like, I'm not changing. This is the role I want. I would be that bitch in that moment. But she kind of concedes incredibly easily, and I don't know if y'all agree. I was a little confused by her kind of just conceding.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, you're just giving up right there. You're just like, okay, I'll just take it. It's fine. And it was just like, no, fight for what you actually want. And I wasn't sure if Heidi was like also dead set, but it seemed like it was like immediate. That's how like that's why I was confused.
I mean, even if you're going to concede to something, then you need to make sure that, all right, this ain't what I want, but I'm gonna put everything I have in it to make sure that I can pull it off. Because I need to show these bitches that not only are you not gonna just snatch what I want, but I'm gonna show you why you should have just let me have what I have. Because now I'm just gonna do super better than what I was going to do in this news anchor role. I'm just gonna take ever, and just kill it or whatever. I just feel like she just should have. She either fight for what you want or do better and supersede anything that you thought you could possibly do with this other role that she just took because it was
yeah, and I think the interesting thing too is if I'm thinking about the way things would have been had Naysha taken that news anchor role, We then would have seen Naysha and Lala doing all of their interacting in the cold open and in the news scene. And then we would have seen, the only thing we would have seen of Heidi was her interacting with Jaymes. And I think the interesting thing there is I think Heidi would have succeeded in either role. And I think Naysha would have done astronomically better as a news anchor.
No, I agree.
And we'll talk about her performance later, but I don't know. So they're going over their scripts. They're doing their things. Naysha's not thrilled, but she's like, whatever, I'll take the role. And at that moment, I was like, well, the writing's on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what happened to her on season 8 a little bit.
Yeah.
She never ended up in a situation that she felt comfortable in. And she did well in the parody, the acting. The fuck? There's Empire. She did decently well in the Empire challenge, but then kind of like just didn't get the group she wanted for the girl group, Rectangle Girls of the World. And like it feels very deja vu of reminiscent of Naysha's first experience, but
Yeah.
nothing else really stood out for me in the workroom. Bobby Moynihan is there. I was happy to see him.
Love Bobby Moynihan.
He's a big Drag Race fan. He's been on before.
Mm-hmm.
I like him. He's funny. He's one of the few straight white men that I find very funny. So I was like, work, Bobby Moynihan.
True.
I wish he had been the guest judge, honestly, because I still don't think he's ever been a guest judge.
He has actually.
He was
in season 11. So
yeah, the episode where
When-
Kahanna said it was the episode where she went home.
Oh, yeah, that is right. Because she was like, I have to impress Bobby Moynihan. Because it felt very Alec Mappa with Kylie Sonique Love on All Star 6.
Yep.
Like, Alec Mappa was there on the Snatch Game where I went home. I need to prove him wrong. And Kylie did. And Kahanna did not.
Oh.
So, yeah. Work Bobby Moynihan. Put him on Secret Celebrity Drag Race. I know he would do it.
True.
He would probably do pretty well.
He could.
I mean, he'd be funny. I'll tell you that.
It'd be funny.
Now, he might not be the best looking queen out there, but he'd be funny.
Well, they do the makeup for them, so they'd make him look as good as they could.
I still stand by what I said. He won't be the best looking queen out there, but he will be that comedy queen that everybody is like, yeah, that that we see is like, oh, that's fun. He will be funny.
I think he'd look better than what was it, Tom Felicia? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Jackie Wood. He'd look better than Jackie Wood.
Jackie would not.
Jackie would not.
Jackie would not.
Should we just talk about the challenge?
Yeah, let's do it.
Please.
Great. Love it. Wonderful. Guest judge. Ooh, I need to switch it around.
Mm-hmm.
Change your costume. Change it around. I love Tammy Brown. We have guest judge Robin Thede, a lovely woman.
I love her.
She's from Black Girl Sketch Show, right?
Yes.
Work. I have not seen a lot of it. I'm going to be real honest, but what I have seen of it, I really enjoy.
It's a hilarious show.
They absolutely
they have some really great guests on that show. And
they had.
Oh my God, who haven't they have?
Okay.
Let's start with you have the queen of all Queen Mother, Angela Bassett has been on that show. So let's think about that. If you go from Angela Bassett, anybody else is like her.
Yeah.
So yeah, Amber Riley has been on that show.
Oh,
just
I know you were thrilled.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I need to watch this now.
Yep, we have to.
It's such a good show. The Black Girl Sketch Show is such a good show. I recommend it. 10 out of 10.
Word.
Amanda Seales has been on that show. It's just so good.
Love her.
So good. It's so good. Oh, Yvette Brown has been on that.
Yvette Nicole Brown. Yes.
I can't even.
That is my mother. That is the mother I never had, the sister I always wanted, whatever the quote, whatever the open quote is. So yeah, let's talk about the cold open. We've got Heidi, Lala, Jaymes, and Naysha. I thought overall this was really good. My standout for sure was Miss Jaymes Mansfield, and I knew she would.
Yes, I agree. Like she just commanded the scene. Like
I've been saying, get Jaymes on a season where she makes it past the first episode. Give her anything comedy based, and she's gonna succeed. And that's exactly what happened.
mm-hmm.
Well, she was really good. She definitely like controlled the scene and kind of kept it, you know. She was like the scene general, I would like to say. She made sure she made people look good who didn't look good, because like Naysha did not do that well in this challenge to me. But standing next to Jane, it was like not that bad, but it was bad, but it wasn't that bad. It was good. And Lala,
No one did astronomically bad. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like, no one flopped.
Yeah,
So
no
I
one
do think Naysha did the worst.
yes, because the reactions from Lala and Heidi,
Oh,
like they sold the reactions. They sold, like, I believe they were shocked and
I
every
need
time.
the two of them to go on tour together, and I would pay to be front row.
Oh, same.
Like genuinely, like they are just incredible together. And we'll talk about the news anchor portion later.
Yeah.
But
Their
Mr. Pound said
chemistry is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this scene was good. I don't think Naysha did that bad. Yeah, Jaymes was definitely the standout, and Lala and Heidi, they were great as well, you know. I thought it was a good opener, you
I
know.
did too.
There was nothing really anything for me to complain about, really.
What I loved about this, yeah, absolutely. The writing for this was so smart when they said that there's an epidemic of drag, and of course lists all the franchises.
I screamed. I was like, this is the first time that Drag Race is actually acknowledging the fact that there's too much Drag Race.
Right.
But in the best way possible.
I feel like they hired new writers because the writing felt different.
Mm-hmm. It really did.
The writing felt different on season 15 too, with Daytona Wins Part 2, the remix.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like they may have finally hired new writers, and I am kind of happy about it. Or something. It's improved. It's not great yet, but it's still improved.
Yes.
So we go to the opening. Kandy as the host, and then Mrs. Kasha Davis coming in. And y'all, when I saw Mrs. Kasha Davis opening a show, I got nervous.
Yeah.
Thank God they didn't make her say welcome. Thank God. Lana, for context, on Kasha's original season, she was basically sent home for opening a show and saying welcome.
Did she say it on purpose?
No, she messed it up. She tried to say welcome and just said it wrong, and that's pretty much why she was sent home.
Oh, okay.
Still bitter about it.
Oh, me too, but I'm happy she's back on TV.
Yes.
I really enjoyed the two of them together.
No, yeah, they were able to volley each other off really well.
Volleying, Brandon? Did you say volleying?
Yes.
Because you know when you volley, that whole RuPaul in his volleying era, I can't.
Yeah.
But no, I love this. I thought this is Kasha's bread and butter. Like Jaymes, I thought she was like old, and someday you're gonna be mad. And I'm just like, yes, that whole moment. I just thought they did such a good job.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we go to the McCall girls. We have Jimbo and Jessica Wilde, and then a cute little cameo moment from Mrs. Kasha Davis. What did we think?
This screen grab.
I liked
just
it.
can't.
You're welcome.
Right.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're welcome.
You know, I like this, but it kind of annoyed me after a while. I think Jessica kind of got on my nerves just a tiny bit towards the end, just a smidge at the end. I think she was doing too much. I was just kind of like, okay, girl, Okay, girl.
But that
Like,
is Jessica.
I mean, and I get it. And I
Yeah.
get it. But like to my ears, it was just a little annoying. Like so much. Like you don't have to do it the entire skit. Like you do it at some points at the skit, and you stop. You do some. I think Jimbo kind of got and nailed when to be a lot and when not to be a lot. Jessica just was a lot the whole time, and it was kind of like you have to know how to reel it in. I think Jimbo was amazing in this skit. I think Jimbo deserved what deserved. Jimbo deserved because in this
we'll
skit,
talk about it.
I'm gonna talk about in this skit. She was the star to me in this skit, and the cameo. She was amazing. I thought she was funny. I thought she was wild and what. I enjoyed this skit. I just felt like Jessica kind of just a little too much, like reel it in just a little bit, and it would have been perfect.
Sure. And I think to your point, Lana, this was really a demonstration of Jimbo's comedic chops as a whole. Because like if you've seen Canada's Drag Race, then you remember it's my special day.
Yes.
And like that, I love that moment. And this was such different comedy from Jimbo, where Jimbo really took the situation that she was in, being with someone so high energy as Jessica. And the judges even said this, like, you knew how to play the straight man so well, and that's a very difficult role to be in. And she was still funny. The facial expression she was making was just so good. I don't think Jessica did bad by any means of the imagination, but I do agree with you, Lana. It got a little taxing is the word I would use by the end of the performance. And then I really, really enjoyed Mrs. Kasha Davis here. I really... We'll talk about it. She should have been in the top, but God, there's a reason.
Mr. Runway.
There's a reason why. We will discuss it at length.
She did well in her spots. And during the show, anytime Kasha Davis was on the stage, it was funny and it was good and it was well executed. But as we'll see later, it's the one time the last time she was on that stage wasn't perfect, wasn't executed well. But the comedy, everything about this was perfect for her.
It was perfect.
I loved it.
What was also smart about this one was what Jimbo was wearing. Like in this, like it's just perfect because of course gardening, getting dirty, like just easily, like right off the bat. And then Jessica was
I mean, I think it's a good contrast. It's a good,
but it is a good contrast. I love that.
I think it makes it look like Jimbo does all the work while Jessica looks beautiful and pretty all the time. So it's kind of like
Jessica does the paperwork
and Jimbo does all the gardening work. So she's dirty and torn. I love it. It's beautiful. I think it works. Like they're business partners. Somebody got to be the front of the house. Somebody got to be the back of the house. And that's just what it showed. I got it. I liked it.
Yeah.
And the writing for this was just like all the suggestive jokes from this. I just couldn't get over it.
Hello.
You grow, girl.
Right.
You grow, girl. But delivered just so flatly, but so perfectly. You grow, girl.
Yeah.
It felt very the performance of this the performance from both of them honestly felt very Alaska and Alyssa from All Stars 2 when they did the comedy challenge. Boom. Like it felt very that energy, and I think that's maybe why I enjoyed it a lot. Burn. Like yes. So we get the news anchor section with Heidi and Lala, as well as Miss Kahanna popping in as C. Jones. Kahanna, baby. This is not her strong suit. I still think she did a good job. She
was okay.
There were 9 other people who did better than her. Quite frankly, like that's kind of what it is.
No, yeah, she did fine, but like again, everyone else just took it like a lot better than she did.
There's really no one else I would have put in the bottom, honestly.
off of based on just this.
Based on performance, honestly, based on performance and runway, there's no one else I would have put in the bottom two.
Well, because I'm just saying, we're just basing it strictly on this, not the runway. It would definitely be her and Naysha. Those would be the bottom two because of their performance. Because the other ones was just better, and it was just, it was what it was.
Yeah.
But can we talk about the Lala and the Heidi of it all? I think
They did a great job.
They fed off each other so well, and their timing was so great, and like the looks that they would give when they were mugging to the camera, I was like, okay, like do you see this? I loved
it. Felt very, Lana, it felt very, that's suspicious.
Right.
That's weird.
It was like, I loved them. I felt like we were watching for real Saturday Night Live with Colin Jost and Michael Shea. It was
They could both be on Saturday Night Live tomorrow.
It was so good.
A lot of the girls.
Look, if the writers will come back.
Yeah. Well, pay the writers. That goes for everything. Pay the writers. But no, this is just incredibly impressive from both of them.
Yeah.
Kahanna looks good.
Yeah.
Kahanna looks very good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Let's talk about Darienne and Alexis doing I forget what the original skit from SNL is called, but they're doing the fangirl moment over Michelle.
How did they do with Barbara Streisand?
It's the Barbara Streisand. It's originally Barbara Streisand. This time it's Michelle Visage.
Mm-hmm,
yep. This was my favorite sketch.
I like Darienne so much in this one. I like Darienne.
This is where Darienne shines.
Yeah.
Darienne is a comedy girl, and I thought she did a really, really great job. I will say, I thought Alexis struggled just a little bit.
Just a little.
Darienne really took throughout most of it. I thought Darienne was the very dominant one. Alexis was kind of playing the straight man, quote unquote, and I think she was doing a fine job. And then when Michelle comes in, Alexis is very good with physical comedy. And that's something that she's been very, very good at since her season. She wasn't all that great with it on her original season. So I think she's really taken the time to build on her physical comedy skills. And when Michelle walks in, I think just the facial expressions, the physicality of Alexis's performance. God, that's a difficult phrase to say. I thought Alexis got better as the performance went on, and I thought Darienne was very, very strong from start to finish.
Yes, very that.
It took a little bit more for Alexis to get there, where Darienne came out the gate and was like, "Boom, I'm just gonna be funny the whole time." It was, I feel she carried the scene, which is fine. Somebody has to carry a scene, and she did it perfectly. It was great. I enjoyed the scene though. I did enjoy the skit.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think they worked well together. They did a good job, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they really did.
Yeah,
Again, I love it. I love it.
Do you love it? I love it.
I love it. I loved it for the most part.
And then, of course, the whole sipping the drink.
Oh, it's so... Yes, it's so good. It's so good. And then just the whole cast. I did love that they gave Lala the saxophone.
Yep.
I'm like, where did you get a saxophone?
I mean, you can't have the end of the RDR without the saxophone.
Of course. And then Jaymes just looking like a slutty slut. Like, Ms. Mansfield, what are you doing? But no, I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
It was one of the better comedy challenges we've seen of recent years.
Mm-hmm.
I do have one little about this whole thing.
Speak on it.
Because I understand that Kandy Muse is the host.
Yeah.
But should we have seen her in more than one thing? Like, how are you just going to be the host and not be in not one other skit? at all.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
even as an extra or background or something.
I thought it was really interesting, the girls that were in multiple skits and the girls that weren't.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the main two for me that were only in one skit really were Jaymes and Kandy. And I do agree with you, like not having Kandy in anything else. She did get to close the show, which I'm glad she got that moment too. But and to be fair, she chose that role. She knew that she only had that one moment to do well. And ultimately, the girls that did multiple scenes, I thought honestly were some of the better performances, because it was what Lala, Heidi, and Kasha were the only ones that did double. I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I believe so. And I thought all three of them, that could have been the top three, and I would have been okay. Truthfully, but I don't know. It is definitely an interesting point that Kandy really wasn't in anything else.
My ick was that I wish they had a live audience for the monologue portion and for the closing portion, just to make it feel more authentic, more real, I wish they had, people sitting around, doing the laughing instead of having the laughing track, because it felt more like a sitcom show than, something.
I agree.
No, totally.
Yeah.
I agree. But I thought overall, I can tell that they're working on the scripted acting challenges. And for that, I will show props, because it's better than Good God, Girl, Get Out.
I agree.
Much better.
Much better.
Much better. Bagger looked great at DragCon, by the way. Category is Net Gala. This was a cute category.
I agree.
What would we have done?
Wore a net dress.
What?
Why not wear a net dress for the Net Gala? You just have a beautiful.
Well, someone didn't wear a net dress for the Net Gala.
Someone did.
They tried it, but
I think I would have done something similar. We'll talk about Darienne's, but I think I would have done something similar to Darienne. Maybe like a tennis net with like a giant like tennis racket fascinator, maybe.
Ooh, okay.
Like maybe that would have been like, I want to go big and I want to go campy. Is kind of how I'm feeling.
I don't know. Like, I probably would have took it too literal, as in like a butterfly net, maybe.
Sure,
but with no Asia O'Hara butterflies though.
What if it was like something like I don't think they could do it, but something like SpongeBob with the jellyfish net? That could have been cute.
Maybe, but I was referencing like how in Fairly Odd Parents, butterfly nets are like the
Evil.
devil for
No,
for
absolutely.
fairies.
Yeah.
Like I would have like thought behind that.
That would be cute. That would be cute. Mr. Talented, any thoughts on what you would have done? Ooh. Just kidding, we're adding him back, Mr. Talented. What would you have done for the category, my dear?
I would have done maybe a spider. So I would have had like a big, beautiful spider web back piece. And then, get the 8 legs, and like
cover yourself
not
in web.
really a suit, or maybe a suit, or if not, how like Mistress did her dress, her her
it was the
Red
monster
Touch Shreds dress.
Oh, the shreds. Okay.
Yeah, that
Ooh.
silhouette. I would have went for that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
and had like the 8 legs and whatnot. Yeah.
Work. I love that. Well, we're gonna start with Miss Naysha Lopez. The beauty is here. What do we think of Naysha?
Stunning.
This is what Naysha does well.
And
I thought, she looks so good.
She looks good. I mean, it's really nothing.
Like, this is just sexy. Like, all that leather. Again, of course, like the more of the net is because of the the cape train, which I really enjoyed. Though I wish there could have been like more like actual net in the actual outfit. It's more just the cape and the train, but it still looks good. It's just sexy.
Yeah, I just wish the chest wasn't so flat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wish she probably did a breastplate situation.
Mhm.
You know, I
I
just wish
feel
it
like
wasn't
I agree.
flat.
I agree with a dress like that. If you got, it's already a sexy dress, you need to give us the sexy silhouette. You know, like that whole
Yeah.
boom, bam, bam. Give me
Mhm.
Jessica Rabbit in that.
Yeah.
Give me all of that because that's what she's giving, like very
Mhm.
Jessica Rabbit type. But if you got to give me the whole curvy package with
Mhm.
that dress.
No, totally.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I wish there was body, but Naysha always looks hot, so I don't mind all that much. I'm gonna give her an 80.
Also an 80.
Yeah, I'll stick with the 80 on that one.
Have we lost him again? Oh no.
We might have.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, poor baby.
It's a struggle.
It is. We're all. It's a bit of a struggle for everybody
It's a
today.
bit of a struggle.
Well,
Buster. We'll
We'll
back.
move along. Oh, he's gone. Great. Jaymes Mansfield. It's so funny because I watched her video about this look. This was actually a backup look because her original look ripped on the way to Drag Race.
No. Oh no.
So this was a backup look, and she made this, and I think this is incredibly impressive.
I know. Like the hairnet, like that's so creative. Too.
Baby.
That's the thing that makes me love this outfit so much more is the hairnet. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I do like it.
It's giving very. I think this is a hair inspired by the Bottle Blonde collection from Trixie Cosmetics.
Mm-hmm.
Jaymes was the model for it, so I think it's. I remember it maybe, but no, Jaymes. I love this from Jaymes. This is what I was hoping to see from Jaymes.
Oh yeah,
Truly.
I agree.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
Did you have a score for Naysha, darling?
Yeah, my score's gonna be 90.
Work.
Work.
And then what do you think of Jaymes?
Yeah, this is cute. You know, it's nice.
Mhm.
I don't really have too much to say.
I think you missed it when you were gone, but this was actually a backup that she had made because her original ripped.
No.
So
Oh,
yeah. So I really enjoy it. I'm gonna give Jaymes a 90.
Also a 90.
Yeah, I'm feeling 90 on this one.
yeah, I'm gonna give her an 85.
Like again, it's so minimal, but it's works so
right.
well.
It's the hairnet
Yeah.
for me. This whole
Yeah.
tab is about nets, and she put on a hairnet. Like,
Yeah.
come on. I love that.
Mhm.
It's the perfect style of camp that Jaymes just does so perfectly.
And then I agree with them when they said the ponytail left at the back. It's like
Uh-huh.
you got to roll that one piece of hair. It's
Uh-huh.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes. I love it.
I love it.
Candicia Muse. This was a choice that she made.
Yes.
I don't
was a
think it's
bad
bad.
choice.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
it's
say it
horrible.
was bad. It was a bad choice. I am not feeling this.
I love her hair and makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think Kandy needs to be doing solid colored bodysuits. Because both times she's done them, it has been bad.
Nah, I feel like she just had the bodysuit and just did the face thing. Because
Oh,
I didn't even get net.
There were a lot of people that went tulle and tried to pass it off as net.
Yeah, I didn't get
Yeah.
But the hair and the mug are there.
Yeah, like I remember first watching this, I was just like, what is that?
What is that? I don't know.
What is that?
Oh. Oh no, Candy. I'm gonna give you a 50. I'm sorry, honey.
I don't know if I
And
can.
that's all for the hair in the mug.
Mhm.
Sorry, Brandon.
Yeah, I know. Like, if I'll be honest, like I did this with Snatch Game with season 15. I can't really like give this a score because it doesn't really like give much to me. So I have to plead.
Wow.
No, for that reason. Like again, you saw my reasoning for Snatch Game last time, so
I sure did.
I mean, Brandon, you right, but I will give her a score for the mug because the mug is mugging and the hair is herring. So I will say I will give her. I will give her 30.
Yeah, I'm also gonna give her 30.
Mm.
Mrs. Kasha Davis.
I mean,
As
listen,
the resident Mrs. Kasha Davis fan of this podcast, I'm just gonna go ahead and start and say that I love her so dearly. I am so happy she's back on television. I will be pleading the Kamara Fifth. And I didn't
I'm
want to
just
do
like
that.
it's the skirt with the boot, then it's the I don't really like that her butterflies are like it feels like she went to different stores for the different butterflies. So I feel like she went to one store and they did and all they had was the blue butterfly. So she's like, okay, I'm gonna put that in my hair. And then she went to another store and found
Yeah.
some more. Like the butterflies they're just like they're just not cohesive.
I mean, this is what I did not mean by I want to do butterfly net. So
I'm glad.
this is very arts and crafts. It's very look what I made at day camp, mom.
Yeah.
It's
bad.
It's very look what my kindergarten.
It's very
made.
differently different, Lana.
It is definitely
Differently
different.
different.
It's something the eye it catches the eye that you didn't think should go there, but it does. It's I might have to agree with you, Logan, because I'm trying to find something nice to say about this outfit, but I mean,
I don't even like the wig.
I'm about to say you start at the bottom at the shoe and work your way up, and it doesn't get better. It's just worse and worse and worse. So I'm going to plead.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to plead too, unfortunately.
are we all doing it?
Are you pleading?
Yeah,
too,
just do it,
Brandon?
Brandon.
This is a first, I think.
No.
Oh,
No,
it's
I don't
not.
think it is.
Oh no. No, baby. We've all pled. There, the full panel has pled on people before.
Okay. I think I was in one of those.
Watched the coverage of Drag Race Svadia now, did they?
Oh,
Mhm.
that's why.
We plotted entire bitch's package.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever gave her a score.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Right.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
From the
alright.
promo all the way up.
She
Literally.
shouldn't have been there. She shouldn't
Mr.
have been
Talented was there.
Oh,
She
wow.
shouldn't even been there. What she even come there?
She shouldn't have. She was not ready.
Oof. Oof.
Okay. All right. So,
All
yeah,
right.
we're all pleading for this.
All right.
This is the reason she wasn't in the top, and you cannot change my mind.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it
Yeah,
is.
we did plead.
Because if she had had anything better, she would have been in the top
Mhm.
for sure. But let's instead talk about Jimbo. This smart fucking bitch.
I know.
She's very smart. She's very smart. She's always thinking outside of the box.
Mhm.
Like internet, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
The net is the internet. Like, what the who? Nobody. When this walked out, I was like, what? And then when they said what it was, and it's the internet, I was like, what? This? I was.
Yeah, she
ate. She ate down.
she's very creative,
Very
innovative
creative.
too. Yeah.
No, yeah. So when I watched this episode, so I was watching this episode on the train from to DC, and like I audibly gasped when I was walking toward the concert I was going to for that day. And of course there were people around me, but I was just like, I didn't care because I was just like, this is impressive as hell. Like the fact that like I was watching this like while walking to the concert I was going to. But again, like everything about this, like the lights, is that disco tits?
Yes.
Hey, disco tits by Tuve Lu.
Not Tuvalu. Not this. What is there to say? My cup is overflowing.
Same.
Yeah, if you can't give this anything less than it's so.
Actually, I'm giving it a 50.
You ought to
No,
be
I'm
shaming
joking. I'm
yourself.
No, that was David. David's not here today.
Yeah, that would have been
I'm
David.
joking.
Right, David of us right
Nah,
now.
the cup is overflowing, definitely.
And there's nothing else to be said about this look. Clearly won this look.
Jessica Y. Love.
Love.
I like it.
This is what you do
This
for
is
Butterfly
what the
Net.
butterfly should look
Mhm.
Like this is really good. It is.
like.
This is how you do a bodysuit and do it well on All Stars. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not just a plain bodysuit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this was great. I mean, the hair was great. Everything about this outfit was great.
The
Yeah.
it
shaping
looks
of it
like
all
the
too.
butterfly. It looks. Sorry, Brandon, go ahead.
You're good. Again, the shaping of it all, like
Mhm.
it's the hips for me. Like, love it.
It's accentuated in such the perfect way to where like her waist is just so small and everything else around it just accentuates the waist. It looks like all her butterflies came from the same place, which I
Yep.
appreciate.
Yes,
Mhm.
that
Was
part.
it Santee Alley? Who knows? It very well might have been. But no, I love this hair. I love Jessica in a pastel hair. I want to see more pastel from Jessica. I think it's really,
Same.
really smart. I even like the shoe with it, and I don't usually absolutely love an open-toed shoe, but I think this is a really, I think
It works with this outfit.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. You know what? My cup is overflowing. I love
Same.
this.
Same.
Same. Got nothing. Got nothing bad to say about this outfit.
Yeah, my cup is full. Mhm.
Work. Heidi N closet.
She
Now,
needs to.
go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead, baby.
She better not have not one more outfit with the gap too.
Okay, because this is the moment where I was like, okay, we get it. You have a gap. And I also understand that she did not know the order that these runways would go in. So I'm not going to give her a whole lot of flack. But if in the ball next week she comes out in a fucking gap look and be like, Miss Closet. I will say, I really like this for Nat. It's different. It's definitely different in the best possible way. And it's giving fashion, which we've never really seen from Heidi on the show. We've seen it outside of the show, but we've never really seen it on the show. And I do love these netted shorts. The only problem I have actually is the boot because it makes her look shorter than she is.
Yeah.
But overall, I enjoy it. I think it's good.
No, it's fine. Like,
I love a great gaucho.
like I like it, but is it the only thing that's net is the bottom part?
No, the sleeves are the whole thing is made of like a net fabric. It's just you can't really tell in the middle because there's so many layers of it happening, and there's probably like a black base. But the arms are netted, the pants are netted, the bustle is netted. This is just not a good photo of it.
Okay.
But
I was gonna say,
the
I
whole
was
thing
just
is
like,
net.
but yeah, it's so fine. It's just like, again, this I'm getting a hard time with this picture, but but of course, like you said, yes, we get it. You do have a gap.
I love a good gaucho. I like the shorts. So I'm here for it. I mean, I think I don't know what other shoe would go with that. That's what I'm trying to think of. What other shoe could she wear with that?
Just a black
So,
pump.
Not with that.
Okay.
I think it because the dress is. I mean, the outfit is so severe. I think a pump would be too muddled, too muted for
Okay.
that kind of fat. You need a good shoe
Mhm.
to compete with that real fierce. You know the
Mhm.
angles of the outfit. So
The
I don't
interesting
think it's
angular movements.
yeah, I guess, but I don't think it's a bad. I still like it. She looks great, but yeah, I don't want to see another gap. We get it.
Nope.
We get
No more.
Yeah, I like it. My only problem, of course, is the gap, and then the shoes could have been something a little bit different, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But this is very different for her, and I appreciate that she's stepping outside her comfort zone. So, yeah,
The
I agree.
shoes.
The shoes.
the
Yeah, this
shoes.
is good. I'm gonna give Heidi an 85.
Yeah, I'm also gonna give it an 85. Yeah.
I'll give it a 75.
I'm gonna give it an 80.
Work. Kahanna.
Uh, my
She won.
God.
Right.
She already won the crown. Like she did.
Mm-hmm.
Like Net Ice Queen. This is like again. This is impressive. Like
This is dreamy. It's just so good. It's like a I yeah. I mean, she looks fantastic in this.
Yeah.
Body is amazing. The crown is beautiful. The scepter is beautiful. The neck cape is beautiful.
Absolutely.
It's just done like the length of the pants is perfect to go right to the shoe. It's just a great look.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing to say. It's overflowing.
overflowing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I agree.
Lala Ri. This is cute.
Very cute.
I think she
Yeah.
looks great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's okay.
It's fine.
This
It's
now, I'm not
perfect.
gonna lie. Like I think I remember when I first heard Net Gala, I was like, this is like my first thought for some reason. Because of course, when they try to do net, I was just like, is it they do like some type of like dress / skirt type of thing? So, and this was the first thing that came to mind to me, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. I just wish she had something like probably a black like undergarment, below the waist, like around the underwear area, because it just looks like she's naked. Go all the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already seen a quote unquote nude look from Lala Ri
Yeah.
this season, so I'm like, we get it.
I love that she's embracing her body.
I mean, she's beautiful, and that's
Yeah.
She
perfectly fine.
is.
But
Yeah.
we've already seen that. Give us
Yeah.
something else.
Well, again, I will say they don't know the order that these runways are going to come in, but I will, to your point, Lana, that I would just say diversify your package a little bit more. But overall, I think Lala looks good. I'm going to give her a 90.
that's a 90 for me too.
It'd be 85.
Yeah, 85.
Darienne Lake. I love this.
Swish, swish, bish.
Don't joke about that.
Sorry,
I
I had to.
love this play on the net, the basketball net. I wish she could have done something else with the basketball net. Like maybe the
Yeah.
net would have been attached to the dress, and it could have been.
That would have been sickening.
Or
It
like a
would've been-
or like
Or like,
just
Yeah.
turn it into a fascinator.
even a fascinator and the hoop comes all the way down, or like a harness, so the hoop stands up and it's on her shoulders and it's just gathering around, so it looks like the ball is through
Absolutely.
the hoop. That was
Yeah.
nice. I don't like it just hanging off her shoulder like that. She needed a harness to have it up and have the net hanging so that basketball bottom of this beautiful dress looks like it's going through the hoop. But I love her innovation in this and the creativity behind it. And the dress looks like a basketball. She looks great in the basketball dress. I love that. But I wish she could have did something else with the hoop.
Agreed.
Now, when I was thinking with this hoop, like, you know, those like over extravagant like gowns that like people have, like that requires like that type of
Hoop
like
skirt.
shell, like the
hoop
shell
skirt.
for the
The hoop skirt.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like, I thought that would have been like for this, if I'll be honest.
My only issue is that the gown is a little flat. That's really the only.
Yeah.
The only it doesn't have the proper hooping underneath. It doesn't have the proper infrastructure. But I do still think it looks good. I love that you can still see her shape. I love that little nipped in waist and then just the boom. I wish it just went boom instead of boom. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I agree.
It's a bit more rounder, much bigger.
Exactly. But overall, I think Darienne looks great. And I'm gonna give her a 90.
Yeah. For me, this would be like an 88.
You know what I wish I thought about just now? I wish you would have did like a hat with mini basketballs, like little mini basketball hat, or
Absolutely.
one big basketball hat, or a hat.
A big basketball
A big
and then just little basketballs.
Yeah, either one big basketball or a bunch of little mini basketballs in like a pyramid shape or whatever.
Ooh, wait, I had a thought. Like, what if the net itself was the dress, and then, of course, a basketball fascinator?
Oh, totally.
Like, that could have been cute.
I love it, but I give her I would give her a 90. I think she did really well. I just wanted her to do something else with the hoop.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her an 85.
Alexis Michelle.
It's pretty. It's just
Gorgeous.
pretty. But it's just pretty.
Yeah.
What's the net?
It's hard.
The entire gown is made of netted fabric.
That does not say net to me. That just says pretty.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
It's
translate on
kind of hard
photos, but
to
if you
see
watch,
the net.
yeah, if you watch the video, you can tell there's like the detailing is so minute that you can't tell, but it is a netted fabric.
I mean, watching it on the runway when it came out, I was like, "Where's the net?"
Fair.
So,
Fair.
but I don't know. It's pretty though.
It's not the most effective for net gala. I will agree. It gives net and gala though.
Yeah, net
Which I
and
do-
gala, but not net gala.
But who knows if that was the exact
what they were told.
what they were told. I'm gonna assume it was based on the fact that Jimbo went internet. Because if they said netted, then I don't think Jimbo probably would have done what they did. But I think if they were given Net Gala as the name of the category, that makes a little bit more sense. And this makes a little bit more sense given all of that context.
Yeah. I mean, it still looks
like
good.
I said, it's good. It's not the most effective. I wish like the bustier part was all net, or like the shoulder was all net, or the skirt was all net, or something a little bit more. But I do think it's a very well constructed garment. So 85.
I like how you hesitated with the 80.
I definitely hesitated, but yeah, 85.
I love it. 80 for me.
72.
75.
And then I believe our last one up is Monica Beverly Hillz.
It was so
Competing
good.
in the Fame Games.
Yes.
A bitch.
She would have ate that
Monica
up.
looks good.
Yes.
Oh, she ate. If this is the quality we're getting out of Monica's package, she stands a shot. And I hope we see this continue because the bitch looks amazing.
Oh yeah, like this was another one I thought with like net gala, like the first thing that comes to mind, like a full like type of like full bodysuit of sorts, but make it work like this. Like I can tell like it's of course with the upper part is like spiderweb type, and then kind of like is like a little gradient into like the leg, which works really well with this because of course the focus and the hips down is the skirt thing or whatever it is, and then of course there's much more detail in like the actual upper body part, which I love.
She gave us what I feel like they said the thing was net and gala, because if she would have just took off the skirt part, it's the net still, and it would have been beautiful. But the fact that she put the skirt wrap around and the diamond belt gave it the gala part, and she looks fabulous in that. I like it, and the shoe is gorgeous. She looks beautiful.
Yeah, she looks good.
Yeah. Honestly, my cup is full.
Cup is also full.
Yeah, my cup is full. I'm not mad at this. I think she looks beautiful.
It's a 90 from me. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's that. I'm very excited. We're going to be talking about everyone's looks every week. That's a very fun.
I'm really enjoying that because
I am too.
You get to actually see instead of doing like a separate like thing on like unaired looks.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad they're letting them walk the runway. It also doesn't give them a chance, go home and switch their looks and add this to it and add this to it when that's not what you were gonna do,
Yep.
So I like that they're doing it this way.
I definitely agree. So we get to critiques. We find out that the top 3 of the week are Heidi, Jaymes, and Jimbo. And there's only 2 in the bottom. So there's only 2 in the bottom. And we find out that the winner of the challenge is Jimbo. Given the circumstances that happened later in the episode, this was the correct choice.
I agree.
I don't really think it mattered how she did in the challenge. They were going to give her this win regardless.
I think she did good. I think her runway really solidified the win.
No, yeah, that's what I thought too. Because she did good at the challenge. Again, to me, still Darienne won the challenge for me. But Jimbo with this runway, like that did it for me.
If we're going off of challenge alone, you said Darienne, Brandon?
Yes.
What about the rest of y'all?
I still think it was Jimbo.
Okay. Mr. Townsend?
For me, I would have 3. I would have Heidi, Jimbo, and 4. Heidi, Jimbo, Mrs. Kasha Davis, and Kandy Muse.
Okay. I would have the exact same 4 as you, except I would take out Kandy and I would put Jaymes in, but I would make it a top 5 and put Kandy in.
Yes.
I forgot about Jaymes.
Yeah, my top 2 was here's the thing for me, because like my top 3 was Darienne, Jimbo, and Jaymes. So
my top 3 I think would have been Jaymes, Jimbo, and Kasha.
Mine would have been Darienne, Jimbo, and Heidi.
Heidi did good. That's the problem. 9 people did very well, and there's only 3 spots in the top. So that's the difficulty.
If you go back to challenge alone,
Oh, challenge alone. I think Jimbo won.
Clearly won the runway
because of the lip sync assassin. B, because because of lip sync assassin. I'm just gonna say it. We all know that's why Jimbo won.
I understand the drama of the whole thing, but I just feel like Jimbo actually saying that they only picked her because of the lip sync assassin takes away from how great she did. But she actually won the runway. She did very well in the challenge. I think she was one of the top 3 in the challenge. So I think yes, sure, having the girl come back who took her out was an added bonus,
Mhm.
but it doesn't say that Jimbo didn't deserve that win because Jimbo deserved that win.
No, and what I was gonna say as well, in addition to that, is like A, the lip sync assassin. B, like I think that was a good top 3 given the challenge. And if you look at the 3 runways, Jimbo's runway was the best of the 3.
Yes.
Of the 3. Between her, Jaymes, and Heidi. I do think Jimbo was the best. So that's what I was gonna say. I don't think it's solely because of lip sync assassin. I completely agree with you, Lana. But yeah, that is
But I
added.
think it might be a part of it, to like, because definitely if you go the drama to bring the drama of it all.
It's not.
The one who kicked her out is now going to go against her in this.
It's either the key would have been either Jimbo wins the challenge or Jimbo's in the bottom. Like there was no universe in this scenario where Jimbo would have been safe. Jimbo either would have won or been in the bottom for the shock factor of potentially Pangina sending Jimbo home again.
Right. Yeah.
Honestly.
Drama. They put Jimbo in that bottom and Pangina sends her home.
Very similarly, like All-Star 6, when Jessica was the assassin and sent home Yada. Like that sort of.
It was a lot of those.
Yeah, that got
Honestly,
me.
It was a lot of those. That whole season had a lot of those because, like, Cameron Michael sent home Eureka and they were good friends. There was a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to talk briefly about Untucked because not a whole lot happens. I want to point out that Alexis and Jessica may or may not start kai-kaiing. Who knows? I would like to see it personally, but that's just me. Kahanna and I didn't even say the bottom 2. Kahanna and Naysha. We all know the bottom 2. Kahanna and Naysha. They're crying. Great. And they're just Pangina. Because the lip sync assassin is Pangina Hillz. And I have all my stuff over there. I got to meet the weekend. I adore this bitch. I was saying in the first episode with Aja being the lip sync assassin, I truly in my heart of hearts believe we will see both Aja and Pangina back on television next year.
I agree.
And I'm not mad about it.
Let me just put this out. Let me just put this out there for my husband's sake. He told us to remind somebody to let him know how much he adores and loves Pangina, and he is clearly a fan. Too bad he said he was sad that he was not going to be here to talk about his love for Pangina. So please, somebody do it for him. So I will do it for him. David Healy loves Pangina.
And on that note, on behalf of Brooke, who also could not be here, they asked me to tell everyone that they thought Mrs. Kasha Davis should have won the challenge.
Oh. Okay.
And that they agreed with the bottom 2. But they thought Mrs. Kasha Davis should have won. So yes.
No, that's a fair argument.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Not the runway.
Not the runway.
Yeah, not the runway.
Not the runway.
Not the runway.
No, absolutely
not the runway. I love you, Mrs. Kasha Davis. Not the runway.
Not the runway.
Not the runway.
Yeah.
No.
Not the runway.
The challenge
But
is runway.
Yeah.
Pangina is here.
Yeah.
I need to pull Jimbo's or Brandon at this point, please. Jimbo's reaction phase is just
priceless.
Jimbo was like, "How could you?" I was like,
"How could you?
How could you?"
Well, let's be honest. I don't think Jimbo's beaten anybody in a lip sync if it's a lip sync assassin.
Honestly, like I screamed when I saw Pangina on my screen because I was like, and the gag of it all being Pangina versus Jimbo of it all, like this made it the whole cherry on top.
Production knows what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
it was just very easy to justify a Jimbo win this week, given the fact that Jimbo did exceptional in every aspect of the episode. So, but yes, we get Jimbo versus Pangina Heels. They are lip syncing to She Bop by Cyndi Lauper.
Yes,
not in any universe my favorite Cyndi Lauper song.
Me either.
No, same, but it's iconic.
Everyone, they paid for Freakum Dress, so we're not going to get a whole lot of good lip sync songs because they paid for Freakum Dress. Honestly, this lip sync was closer than I expected.
Really?
Really?
I thought Jimbo did a perfectly acceptable job, but Pangina clearly won.
She did.
Yeah.
This is the best
Yeah.
Jimbo lip sync I have ever seen.
Yes.
Agreed.
Agreed.
well,
I
that's
wouldn't.
the
I
same
wouldn't
thing.
say it was close to me, but I was watching. I was like, Jimbo.
I'm not saying,
is
baby,
doing
I'm
a
not
good
saying it
job.
was
She
close.
did.
I'm saying it's closer than I expected.
Oh well, she did. She did a
It's
very
not
good job.
it's not Spice Girls level of absolute domination, but Jimbo knew the words and she danced around a little bit. And it's the best lip sync I've ever seen from Jimbo, but Pangina very clearly won.
Oh yeah, Pangina clearly.
That's the best
yeah.
that you've seen from Jimbo.
This is the
Yeah.
fourth time we've seen Jimbo lip sync on Drag Race. Twice on UK
She lost
and
4 lip
once on
syncs.
Canada. And this would be the fourth. Yes. This is the fourth time I've seen Jimbo lip sync on Drag Race. This is the best lip sync Jimbo has ever had.
Oof, that's rough.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah.
I agree.
I was like, Jimbo, what are you doing back there on that stage, just jumping around like that? Like, do
That is the
something.
best Jimbo has ever done.
Wow. Okay, Jimbo, I don't know you. I ain't never seen you perform before, but step up your game.
I have to
girl.
show. I have to show
No,
you.
you don't have to.
Okay,
You don't have to. It's
that's
okay.
fine.
But no,
Yep.
I mean, you could if you want, but interesting.
Pangina Slayage. I really
Yeah.
think that when we get this global All Stars, Pangina will be there.
Oh yeah.
If she wants to be there, we know they're going to call her. If she wants to be there, she will be there.
Okay, when she said, "I'll be back."
Yeah.
And I do want to say as well, a quick DragCon anecdote. I was in line with her, and we were all there. Someone brought up Jimbo, and she goes just to the whole line. She goes, "I just want everybody to know that I do love Jimbo, and I am Team Jimbo on All Stars 8." And I was like, "Oh, that's glorious and wonderful and lovely." But Pangina wins. The group voted, and we get the elimination of Elimination Lopez. And she even said it was the right decision.
Yeah, like
So
after she said that, after her picking the role that she did, it was like I was like, I already knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah. The vote was 7-3, with the 3 votes to eliminate Kahanna coming from obviously Naysha, as well as Jessica, which makes sense given we saw in Untucked, Jessica was like, I can't vote for Naysha. That's my sister. I grew up with her. I can't vote for Naysha. And the other vote coming from Mrs. Kasha Davis. And I'm very intrigued to hear what the justification for that is.
It's in the next 10 minutes. They posted it on YouTube today.
I have yet to watch it, so I'm
Same.
excited to see.
Yeah, I still need to.
And we do know as well that Jimbo did also pick Naysha. So unfortunate because I
Yeah,
would
she
have
said-
liked to see more from Naysha. But go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. Mrs. Kasha Davis basically said her justification was that she felt more compelled by Naysha's story in Untucked. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I feel like if your vote is your vote. You don't have to explain your vote to nobody. You vote the way you feel like it's. I don't explain my vote to you.
True.
It's like, what's the justification? Because I wanted to.
Yeah.
Also, could you
'Cause I wanted
imagine?
to.
Also, think about this because, like, I know a lot of people talked about this on Twitter, and I did hear a lot about this. What if the poetic justice of the fact that if Naysha won this season would have been Sasha, and then followed by Naysha?
Oh, that would have
Continental.
been great.
That would have been great.
For context, they won Miss Continental in back-to-back years, and they've been best friends for years.
That's great. They should have to
So.
step up her game and be that though.
Maybe Naysha will be queen of the Fame Games. Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe.
Who
knows?
She is a fashion girl, so honestly,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for Naysha to win.
No, that is fair. Mm-hmm.
So,
Because her runway look wasn't a bad look this week.
uh-huh.
So it wasn't like
No.
it was a bad look. It was
She didn't
just-
really serve anything bad.
Not yet. Not really.
We will see.
We'll see.
Oh.
And next week, I think we're going to be either getting double or triple duty from the girls in the Fame Games because it's the
Yeah.
ball.
What's the ball?
Yeah, so are we Are they gonna like show? Are they gonna get to make a look?
I don't think so. I
Mhm.
feel like the logistics of that are just too much.
A little bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
But we'll probably get the two. So it's the supermarket ball.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So we'll probably get their first 2 looks that they brought with, and that's all we'll get.
Mhm.
And what we will also get next week is JoJo Siwa.
Yes!
I'm thrilled.
I'm also thrilled.
I love that bitch. So I am very thrilled. We'll be back very shortly to talk about episode 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 8. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, make sure to subscribe, like, share, do all the things, because we're on YouTube. You know how to do the things, so do them. Follow us on Twitter, because you probably know how to use Twitter. Do that too. We do very different things on Twitter sometimes. So if you're interested in that, follow us. Make sure to get your cup merch. Link in the description below. And with that, my darlings, cheers.
Cheers.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye.